Welcome back to The Lead. Our politics lead today could finally hear former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton address this email scandal that she created. Instead of using a government account that could keep tabs of her messages sent as a public official, the former Secretary of State seemed to have a secret or at least private system. The negative attention almost forces Clinton to address the issue if she wants to move forward as a potential presidential candidate. And Jeff Zeleny is CNN's new senior Washington correspondent, filing his very first report as a CNN correspondent right here on The Lead. Jeff, just how soon could we hear Clinton? First of all, welcome.
Thank you, Jake.
Great to see you.
Great to be here.
How soon could we hear Clinton address this?
Well, after a week of silence, we're told that she could address this possibly in the next couple days, possibly in a press conference. She decided not to take those questions today. She didn't want to overshadow a Clinton Foundation event on women's rights. But her efforts to stay on message are becoming more difficult by the day.
Thank you for joining us as we take on this great unfinished business of the 21st century.
But before Hillary Clinton can get started on that unfinished business and launch a presidential campaign, there's another piece of unfinished business still hanging over her head. Just when will she address the questions surrounding her State Department emails?
Based on 20 years of data.
In New York today, Clinton was talking, but not about the controversy threatening to consume her for a second straight week. With daughter Chelsea at her side, she tried sticking to women's equality.
There has never been a better time in history to be born female.
But the rest of the political world is still asking whether she violated administration policy by using a personal email as Secretary of State. As Republicans demand answers, nervous Democrats are urging Clinton to break her silence.
What I would like is for her to come forward and say just what the situation is. The silence is going to hurt her.
I agree with Dianne Feinstein. I think she needs to explain what she did. She's called for the release of information. I think that's a good thing.
It's true.
Over the weekend, President Obama said he didn't know about her email habits.
At the same time, everybody else learned it through news reports.
Good afternoon, everybody.
But the White House clarified his comments today, saying the president and Secretary Clinton did exchange email.
The point that the president was making is not that he didn't know Secretary Clinton's email address. He did. But he was not aware of the details of how that email address and that server had been set up.
The issue has now snowballed into a new punchline on Saturday Night Live.
This is not how Hillary Clinton goes down. I mean, what did you think my email said? Hi, it's Hillary. I really screwed up on Benghazi today. Please.
Now, that's the last thing supporters of Mrs. Clinton want, for her to become a caricature before a presidential campaign even begins. That's why top Democrats tell me tonight she's preparing to talk about this, perhaps in the next day or two, perhaps in a press conference, Jake.
All right. Thank you so much, Jeff Zeleny, making his big